So the first thing I wanted to take you all through is an update to the quotes. So I'm going to go into an opportunity quote and going to point out these two new things here. So the first is the gross profit margin percentage. This had used to only be a column within all of the quotes. Due to popular demand, we went ahead and added this into the individual quote pop-up. As you can see below it, there is also a space for square footage, which will automatically calculate your sell per square feet. And you can also include that data within any of the quote documents. So I'll go ahead and turn that on and create a quote here and just show you where that does pull through to. So you can see we've got our total here and then the cost per square foot data will be right below it. If you don't flag that, this will not flow through. So wanted to make sure that you had the option to either include it or not include it. So next, I'm going to go to the tasks. The update here is to the comments. Originally, the comments did not include the name of the task when the email was sent. So we went ahead and updated that to make it a little bit more clear on what the comment is related to. So this is for our team's to-do list. So I'm just going to put something in here. The handy thing about comments is it'll go to everyone who is assigned to this task. So if you have it assigned to your old team, you can kind of use this to get an email chain going if you need it. And let me show you. It's going to show you the example, but I think it'll be pretty straightforward when you look at it. The email will include the name of the opportunity and the name of the task within the body of the email. So far, are there any questions from the line? All right. So the next part here is convert to project. We know that one thing that has occurred to partners on occasion is this convert to project process has not been successful. Like the process failed and you had to delete it and recreate it. So this is meant to both address that, and it's also meant to just be a little bit more convenient for you as you go through. So what I'm going to show you here is that once you're going into your convert to project process, you can actually leave it and come back to it at any point. So I'm on step 2 right now. You can be on step 1, step 5, any of these. And I'm going to just go ahead and leave it. I'm just going to click that projects button and I'm going to go to a different project. Let's say someone gave me a call and needs me to put in a punch item while I'm doing it. And it was time sensitive, so I wanted to go ahead and get that done while we're on the call. So the way to get back to the steps is you can either go into your projects overview or your opportunities. Either one, you'll be able to find the project that you left off on. So the one that I had just done is this UOP new admin building. So I'm going to go ahead and double click and it'll bring me back to step 2. Voila. All right. So I'm just going to click through this stuff. No major updates otherwise within this process. This will also solve the problem if you end up logging out or if you start the conversion to project process, walk away from your computer and it idles on you. All of that will allow you to come back to the step that you left off on. So a couple of little updates that we had is the mass number is now the contract number. That is to stay in line with the DIRT terminology. So anywhere where it was mass number is now contract number. So you can see that really throughout the order entry and related parts. Another small update to the order entry process is you'll see that this door and glass panel frame field is not defaulted to required. It only becomes required once you indicate that doors are required on the project. So we're always looking to make these little types of tweaks. We know that there's a lot of variety when it comes to order entry. So I would definitely encourage you, if you have any, situations that you think will be recurring and this isn't set up for the exact way that you need it, definitely let us know, because that's something that, we really strive for, to really maximize the utility to all of our partners. All right. So the last thing that I really wanted to touch on here was for change orders. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new change order. And the part that I wanted to point out is this new notes on pricing field. This part did not used to exist. And what it's going to let you do is it's going to let you edit edit the notes that will show up when you print out any of the reports. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what that looks like, where it pulls through on the PDF. So right below here, it's going to show you that we added this note. This used to be the standard terminology. So if you haven't changed it to date, this will flow through for everyone. And I went ahead and added this part here. So only hours incurred will end up being billed. So this is where you can edit it on the single change order level. And let me show you where you can edit that for all of your change orders. So if you go to the My Company part, as Morgan likes to refer to it as the waffle, under the contract information where you edit the similar fields for your quotes, you can now do this for your change order. So right here, it'll tell you which part it's related to, the change order, notes on pricing, then only hours incurred will be billed. Let's say that we're going to update this to only hours and materials incurred will be billed. So I'm going to save that. Whoa. I'm going to take this out. Well, we'll figure out why that error is happening and fix that. But anyway, that is where you updated it. I was able to update it before we got started, so sorry about that, folks.
It always happens when you do demos.
Yep, actually. And then once you, it did save it. So it just showed us an error, but it actually did make the change. Strange. But anyway, that's where you'd go in and you make the update, and that will pull through on your new one. And you'll see that for our old one, it will not have changed it. So anyway, the updates for September were pretty short and sweet. So that is going to wrap us up.